Okay, this is going to actually be video number 7 here. I think at the end of the last one I fouled up and referred to it as video 5 or 6 or something, but I'll keep them labeled straight on YouTube, and this is going to actually be video 7. So, okay, I'm going to go through as much stuff here as I have time for. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about grip. Okay, let me see. I can get about like that. Okay, the grip you want on your weapon when you're firing and practicing with it is about like this. The first thing is the web of your hand goes up high in the notch right here. It goes as high as possible right here. These 3 fingers wrap around it here. See the 3 little notches there? So these 3 fingers wrap right in here nice and tight. This right hand thumb goes right along the side of the slide here, just about right there. Okay, the finger stays off of the trigger, of course, until you point in, as I pointed out in other videos. Okay, your left hand comes under here like this. It wraps around the right hand. These fingers wrap around the right hand like this. Your left thumb locks over the right thumb here. You don't want to switch them. You want your right thumb against the side of the weapon, and you want your left thumb over it. So, okay, so what you've got is about like this. And this is an ideal grip for controlling the weapon. Now, as far as when you get ready to shoot, when you go like this, your left arm extends. It will actually push. The right arm, the elbow will actually point down, and it will pull. What this does, it creates what's called isometric tension and allows you to have a steadier weapon when you're firing it. Now, a push, pull, and creating the isometric tension also controls recoil. So, as I'll discuss later, recoil is actually your friend, and this grip that I'm showing you here will help control it. Now, so that's the fundamentals on the grip here. Now, one thing I want to point out here now, what you don't want to do under any circumstances, you don't want to get your left thumb in back of the slide. When you do that, it chops it up real bad. When I was taking 4-day handgun course, this is because I'm a slow learner, I was doing that, and Range Mistress Patty told me about half a dozen times not to do it. So then Mr. Glock had his say about it, and he chopped my thumb up not once but about 3 different times before I learned. So, like I say, right off the bat, I'll tell you right on this video, don't get your left thumb behind the slide under any circumstances. So that's about what there is about grip, and that's about it about that. So let's see. Okay, I'm just about 4 minutes into this. Now I'll cover stance here a little bit. I shoot out of what's known as what's called a modified Weaver stance. What I do is I face towards a target at about a 30-degree angle. That's the angle my feet at are right there, about 30%. It's really hard to do this when you're a one-person photography gang, but I'll do the best I can. Notice that my feet are about a shoulder width apart. Now, you don't want either of them turned out like this. No, that's not good. You want them in like that. You want to, it's like you're skiing, and you don't ski like this or like this. You ski like this. So you want them about a shoulder width apart, just a little tiny bit of bend in the knees. You don't want your knees to be locked. And as I say, you're facing about 30 degrees towards it, away from the target. Now, one other reason that I face away from the target that I haven't heard anybody discuss or anything. It's just something I do for a certain reason, and I don't know if it's really important or not, but one of the reasons I tend to face away from the target at about 30 degrees like that, I don't want to do what's present the full face front, you know, to my adversary. In other words, when you're shooting at the range and you're shooting at silhouette targets, that's what you're shooting at, is a full frontal image. So I think maybe by turning away just a little bit like that, I present maybe less of a profile. Now, some shooting academies that you go to will teach you to shoot, you know, fully facing the target. There's a couple of different ways. Regular weaver stances, you're just facing forward, straight on towards the target. And this is what's called modified weaver, and it's taught where I learned to shoot. And different people will teach different things. Now, in fact, if you're in a combat shooting stress type situation at home, you may not have time for any of these nice stances or grips or anything like that. So that's just what you practice when you go to the range. Now, I'm 6:30 into this, so I'm going to set my camera up over here and see if I can get a full view of me doing this thing. See if I can show you what a full view of this looks like. Yeah, that ought to about do it. Okay, this is about what a full view of it looks like. Notice I'm about 30 degrees away. My feet are about a shoulder width apart. I've got the left arm extended forward, the right arm is extended forward, the left arm locks in there. I've got the grip, left elbow is pointed down. I've got the push-pull isometric action going. So that's what a modified weaver stance looks like when you're actually doing it. So, okay. Yeah, I gotta tell you here, one-man photography for YouTube leaves a lot to be desired. But anyway, we'll do the best we can. Okay, I'm 8 minutes into this, so I probably am not going to have enough time left to cover the other things I want to cover here, which is firing your weapon. I'll do firing your weapon on video 8 and then start combat shooting. So that's it for video number 7 here. I'll see you again on video number 8.